Mark sent me this article the other day, saying it was quite possibly the most retarded news article of all time. And I've got to say, that was a pretty fair comment. It was published on the website stuff.co.nz on the 30th of March. Want equality? Curtail free speech. Fucking hell. On March 23rd, New Zealand awoke to the horrific news of yet another terrorist attack, this time in London. A deranged individual ploughed a car into innocent pedestrians and brutally stabbed a police officer to death before being shot. 5 people died, including the attacker. The Twitter sphere was soon abuzz with conjecture and accusation. Who was to blame? What were the motives? I felt sick as I read comments saying Islam is to blame, and it must be another Muslim. Okay, if this article was a retard, this next sentence is that glistening stream of drool oozing out of the corner of its mouth. The fact that the attacker was a Muslim is irrelevant. The issue is that Islamophobia was the first response. If you are a Muslim, you continually have to defend your faith against people who accuse it of being a dangerous and violent set of ideas. Islam is the religion of peace. Anyone who understands this knows it has no part in the ideology of ISIS. Life is a constant fight for other minorities too. If you are a member of the LGBTQIAA fucking plus community, you must battle for your rights. You are forced to choose from just 2 bathroom choices, when often you don't fit either. Workplaces often fail to be inclusive to this community, refusing them places in the boardroom. If you are a woman, trans or otherwise, there is no escape from rape culture. On any given day, you might hear a rape joke or be given a compliment such as being asked for your number by a stranger. The men who make these comments defend them as harmless, but unwanted harassment can trigger harmful flashbacks to previous similar experiences of sexual assault. Previous similar experiences of sexual assault? By phone number request? Get fucked. The measure of sexual assault keeps getting pushed lower and lower. If feminists had their way, it'd be sexual assault to speak to or make eye contact with a woman. Maybe that's why they're so fond of Islam. Once Sharia law is implemented in an effort to be inclusive and make Muslims feel fucking welcome, it's burqa day every day anyway. Maybe they're just building up to it. The misogynistic, homophobic, transphobic, Islamophobic hate speech directed at oppressed groups is damaging to society, and with the rise of Donald Trump's brand of politics, it's also being legitimised. So what does this have to do with free speech, and how might things change for the better? Well, there is some hope. The Canadian Parliament has passed the M103 motion, which calls on the government to condemn Islamophobia. It is the silver lining of a dark and depressing cloud, and it's something that I think New Zealand should seek to not only emulate but improve. Our government should look to criminalise not only Islamophobia, but racist rhetoric and the criticism of feminism and LGB fucking whatever rights. Free speech is all well and good, but it should not be defended at the expense of minority groups. Nothing quells fear and hatred like making it illegal, and if we stop opposing progressive values, then surely the constant fighting will stop too. New Zealand is not a place of tolerance at the moment, but I believe if we curtail free speech, we will be on the path to a fairer future. A fairer future, where if you have any criticism of my ideology, legitimate or not, I'll throw you in jail. Give me a break. This fuckhead wants to ban Islamophobia and racist rhetoric. Now, Islamophobia and racist rhetoric are the kind of elastic terms that today's politically correct authoritarians can apply to anything. Just the other day I had some fucking idiot suggest that the term "yeah sure" had racist connotations. But most shocking of all, he thinks that the criticism, not the hate or vilification or discrimination, the criticism of feminism and LGBT fucking gay people's rights should be illegal. The criticism. That's effectively policing thought crime. Because if you can't express your ideas on a certain topic under any circumstances, even in your own home, then the government is forcing you to act as if you never had those ideas. Nothing and nobody in modern Western society is above criticism. This cunt literally wants to give these people a protected status that nothing and nobody has ever been given in recent history. It's hard to believe this isn't satire or some kind of April Fool's joke, but it was published on the 30th of March and it was published by Fairfax Digital, a branch of Fairfax Media, one of the largest media organisations in Australasia. They just don't do this kind of satire. This is from their website's About page. Our parent company, Fairfax Media Limited, has a long-standing history in Australia of quality, trust and integrity. We aim to mirror these values by providing the most reliable, accurate and objective information that we can, so that you feel you can trust the information you receive and the decisions you make as a result of using our sites. I know this is an opinion piece, but Fairfax did publish it. And when one of the largest media organisations in Australasia publishes any material calling for restrictions on free speech and the state's protection of any ideology against criticism, the fucking last words that come to mind are quality, trust and integrity. I'll be live on Patreon for an hour or two after this video is published. Come and have a chat if you like. Just double check chatting's still legal first if you're from New Zealand or Canada. Cheerio.